It's your boy, Common Sense Fishing, back again. Checking a record, let's begin. Party people, y'all, make some noise. Oh, there it is. So, I got an early start on my beer. Good evening. We have a awesome Wednesday live stream for you guys tonight. Going to go over some cool topics tonight. We're going to be talking about Team Mason, fishing with Ryan Cook tomorrow. We got updates, what's coming, some truck updates, some of the information about more content, the giveaway items, membership differences, next month's member giveaway. I'm ordering some more GoPros. We're going to talk about terrible at fishing, and we're going to specifically also be talking fishing post spawn and breaking down like Lake Don Pedro, Lake McClure specifically for the post spawn, and get into some cool topics hopefully. So gonna be a fun one. I know like everybody's watching, like right now you got Louder with Crowder, pools on. Old Bydorf is rambling to the nation right now, so it's always funny. What's up? Got on him, huh? Nice. I think I got was that a message that you sent me, 23 from the shore? Or that was either you or RC Creative. Someone has sent me a message that they got 23 from the shore. Oh, okay. Nice. 2 doubles on the A-rig. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think it was RC Creative messaged me on Facebook, was telling me I think he got 23. That's pretty good. He's out in West Virginia, so I think they're starting to move in for pre-spawn or spawn for his side of the country right now. Over here, we're already post-spawn right now, and so we got like 15. Nice. You're down there in Southern California. There's some monsters in some of the lakes down there too. Just like, Clear Lake's got some beasts. A lot of the lakes around here have some beasts. The Delta has some monsters. So there's still some fish on beds. You can cruise around and look for them. But right now, your best bet is like chasing, like throwing at the fry, or either going out back behind them and fishing like jigs or some big swim baits or spinner baits, or just stuff slow and kind of big a little bit. So even drop shots if you have to, certain spots. It's how we usually catch them when they get brutal tough. When the mamas, once they go off lockjaw and they kind of just sit after doing their spawning thing, and they're kind of done with it for a minute, they can be pretty tough to trigger and tough to get to bite. So Santa Barbara, nice. You on what lake are you fishing down there? That's right on the ocean. I spent some time down in Santa Barbara. Was nice. I've been there quite a few times, but not like too many. Did some training, did some work things. Been there to party a couple times, so. Kachuma, huh? We'll have to check that lake out. So I'm only used to like Pyramid and above, and then I know some of the big names down there, like some of the bigger name lakes, but was it Lake Arrowhead, one of the ones up in the mountains too, but that's about it. I don't know a lot of Southern California lakes. Ooh. Oh, she brought me the yummies again. Oh goodness. You want one? Okay. All right. Love you. So folks. Awesome. The wife bringing me dinner here. Get that out of the way. Get a couple bites. So. You almost had a My Girl moment, huh? You were Macaulay Culkin for a second. You almost got stung to death. Ever since that movie, I probably swore I was allergic to bees, and I was so scared of bees forever and a day. Barely got over that fear. It's funny as heck. How you dip into the water or ran off? So now we get funny stories by Danny's Kitchen today. But, oh, you were in a boat. Just left the spot. Oh, yeah, me too. I would be like, later, boom, gone. Fire up my engine, take off. Wave your hands, hit the motor, and go. Hopefully you didn't lose anything that was loose on the deck, right, while you took off. Boom. So I got some cool news. I don't know if any of you guys have heard, but, go Team Mason. So Mason Forelli is a kid who's just been battling a terminal cancer, illness basically, and he's been doing pretty good, but he's had his battles, and he's had a lot of cool famous guys give him shout outs. He's such a fighter. He's such an awesome kid. And I'm going to have the great fortune to get to fish with him again. So I fished with him once. I've been at his tournament for him to support his treatments and to support him, and donated stuff. Like I donated a autographed Jerry Rice football that meant a lot to me. So, he's a cool kid. So I'm going to get to fish with him, Ryan Cook tomorrow, and one of my buddies, Justin. And we're going to go out. We're going to hit the lake. And we're gonna have a great time. So you were in the prime spot, huh? When you got attacked by the bees. You were at the bee's nest, and then the bees came and gave you the bee's nest. They said, "Get out of here, sucker." They knew what was up, protecting their little ecosystem. Like, get this guy out of here. That, or what'd you do? Cast in the tree, shake a branch. Oh, I could imagine doing something like that. I'm just messing with you though. Like, I would suck pulling up and just getting attacked by a swarm of bees. I'd be all paranoid for a second, forget I'm on a boat and jump in the water. Then be screwed even worse, because when you come out, there's like a massive swarm there instead of just like 10 or 20. The whole swarm catches up to you, and they're like all waiting. They go, "Oh no, that would suck." Oh man, I tell you, you remind me of a story where, like, I do heating and air conditioning, right? And one time in all my years, it was like I've been doing this like almost 14 now, and I think like my second or third year in, I was looking at an ancient unit, like 40 years old. And I couldn't quite figure out what was wrong. And I'll make a long story short for you guys. The unit shot a fireball about 600, or not 600, about 6 feet, 6 feet long, probably maybe 8 feet long, huge, right over my head. It scared the shit out of me. Like, almost melted like part of my hair. The heat was so intense, like my hair, some of the hair on my hand, I know the hair on my head, it smelled hella bad. I knew I got like a little bit of my hair singed. It was horrible. I ducked down. The blast went right over my head. And basically, I turned around and ran to jump off the roof. I'm not kidding you. I was like, this house is blowing up. I'm not blowing up. I was like thinking of a movie, and it was about to go boom. I'm about to jump off this roof. I ran for the roof, and I get to the edge, and right before I jump off, I stop to look. And thank God the fireball went right back inside the unit. And then it stopped. And then I ran up to the unit and shut the power off and shut the gas off. And I was like, oh. So that would probably be me. You know what I mean? If I had a swarm of like 1,000 bees, 10,000 bees come showing up, like I said, I'd jump in the water or some shit all retarded and drop my keys in there and it couldn't escape. I'd have to be on the trolling motor to get out of there. I'd be like, no. I'd pop up by the transom or by the motor, try to hide sneaky, sneaky style. Little bastards. Be like a Home Alone moment for sure. Oh, man. Good times. Hump day today. Man. So, getting windy, yeah. Depending on your area down there, you get a lot of wind sometimes down there. We get some pretty bad winds out where I'm fishing too, but hopefully tomorrow is going to be cool. We got a fishing trip planned with a local guide and with Mason, so stoked. Get to take Mason fishing. Sorry, guys. So we also got some channel updates and notifications to bring you guys. We're going to be doing a trip tomorrow with Cook and Mason and stuff, and we're going to shoot that. We're going to take pictures, video. So we're going to do a nice little video for Mason. We'll put that up here for you guys to enjoy as well. So that'll be coming up as well. And then the later half of the day, we're going to see if we can get Ryan Cook's dad out there. So we're going to fish with him and his pops, me and Justin. We're going to be out there having fun time, see if we can stick some fish. And then we're going to be looking at, after that, doing like some interviews and some chat with Cook and just probably talk about like some different knots, line-to-line combinations, basically some fishing basics to help everybody out and step up their game. And ask him some questions. So if you guys have any ideas or things you want me to ask him for, you guys let me know. But that's going to be happening. We're going to be bringing those videos. Now, a little quick update on the truck is as soon as we get the truck fixed, we're going to be back in the game. I have not been doing much fishing because the truck's just been kaput. So we've been doing these live streams, hanging out with you guys Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to try to continue this, but no matter what, that truck's going to be getting fixed, getting back out there, put a hurting on these fish, and have a great time. Also, just share some adventures with you guys. So that's going to be coming up soon. I've changed shops. Hopefully, their new shop's going to have her up and running right as rain. And so that's one thing we got to go over. Now, the giveaway items. So we have, excuse me, the Lose Speed Reel, or the Mach 2. I just shipped that out to RC Creative. And Let's Get It Fishing, I just shipped out a tackle pack for him. I think contained 3 or 4 jerk baits. I think 2 square bills, a big and a small, and then a frog and a rattle trap and a swim bait, a hard jointed swim bait. So nice, cool little tackle pack I gave away there. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys have your notifications on when we do these awesome giveaways. So I appreciate it, but that's how we're, rolling so far. We just got that stuff out, so you guys look out for that in the mail. Congratulations to the winners. And, so that's awesome. We basically got all that closed out. And, oh yeah, I've got more GoPros coming. We're going to be ordering some more GoPros. I'm going to try to get some updated audio. So one of the things I'm going to do with my GoPro, since I'm going to get a couple, is there's this old fella. I've been watching him every once in a while here and there. And he's been struggling to catch good footage and stuff like that. And so I'm going to send him my GoPro 8 and just kind of gift it to him. So I'm going to drop him my GoPro 8, my used one, send that off, and once I get my new ones in. So go check his channel out if you guys get a chance. Go drop a like or comment on his videos. Let him know Common Sense sent you. So I get a kick out of that. So I'm going to help him out. And also, next month, we're going to be having the true membership stuff going on. So members giveaway, members only, not for everybody else. And then the higher tier members have an exclusive giveaway. So there'll actually be 2 giveaways every month for members only. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. I'll let you guys know when that happens, but just want to let you guys know. Now, before we go into our freestyle, kind of having a great time, I want to make sure I cover all the topics and things I wanted to get in tonight. Electric shad, Kitech, fat swing. Oh yeah, I've tried those. Those work great on A-rigs, also just by themselves. Sometimes I'll throw a swim bait like that Texas rig with a bullet weight. Sometimes I'll throw it on a swim bait weighted hook, a underspin. So swim baits are one of my, especially those are some of my favorite swim baits to use, because I'm not very confident with like the big old depths 250s and the HUDs and all that. So those are perfect ones to get a couple years under your belt before, I feel like I'm about ready to graduate big boy style and just throw some of those bigger lures a lot more. But there's a time and place for them, and it's knowing when to separate those. So low light conditions, wind, early morning and early afternoon, right, or late afternoon, low light, nighttime, certain stuff, cloud cover. So, but that's basically how you want to roll, if you can, is definitely if you have some chop on the water, or it's nighttime, like for example, we're gonna cover everything real quick. Yeah, and then we're gonna jump into post spawn. We're gonna break down a couple lakes for you guys, but I want to talk some fishing real quick. So, from about April or May, depending on the year that you're in, sometimes June, the nighttime bite is just going to become magical. It's going to become the best bite, period. The bite is going to be fire from sundown all the way to sun up, with intervals of feeding periods, right? So make sure as soon as it gets comfortable for you guys, nighttime fishing is your easiest bet at getting a double digit if you want my advice. There's not as many anglers on the lake. It's not as pressured. There's not pleasure boats out on the lake. The temperatures are much more bearable. You don't risk skin cancer. It's just a much more enjoyable experience, but there's some downfalls. You can't record, which is why I don't do it that much anymore, because I can't get any good GoPro footage. So it's like, if I'm going to go fishing, I always want to try to shoot now for you guys. So I don't get to do much personal night fishing anymore, which is a pleasure of mine to do. But I try to go every once in a while. And also, you can smash into things at night with your boat, not knowing you're shallow, hit boulders, hit things. That's why you really got to be careful with your speed. If you're fishing from shore, rattlesnakes, roll your ankle, falling, stepping on things. So, there's some downsides to it, but nighttime fishing is where it's at right now. And it will continue to be the key until probably almost winter, fall, when it gets real cold again. Sorry, guys, I just had to eat. You guys know how it goes. You know what? I should bump these times maybe up to 7 so that I can eat dinner before I come and sit down and get that out of the way, or 6:45 or something, 6:30. What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys are bothered by all that. But try to keep it respectful and cool. You got some on the tiny clash, but not a depths yet. And that's what I tend to do. Is I'll go out there fully intending, and I'll even if it's not drop shot, I'll throw a Texas rig, or a Cinco, a U head or something. I'll throw a Ned rig, or yes, a drop shot. Right? How's it going, the funk? Happy Hump Day. Woo woo. So it gets kind of tough to just dedicate yourself to one specific technique and hunt those big fish. But I respect those that do. That takes a bit of skill, and I don't have that patience quite yet. I'm starting to master it, and like I said, there are better times. So if you guys want to increase your odds of hooking up with a really big fish, I would recommend fishing at night. Got some natty ice? Oh man, I feel you, but not tonight. This is some good stuff. This is called Pog Illa Full Circle Brewing Company Milkshake IPA. This stuff is so crazy. Heck yeah. Cheers, guys. I tell you what, I had Coors the other night, a whole like 12 pack, but the wife jacked me. I think you guys were here for that. No, it was maybe 2 live streams ago. She got me for my ice chest. It was chilling. I had my Coors in there and then gone. I'll drink just about anything, even natty ice. Psh, man, I grew up drinking Country Club and King Cobra and Old English and St. Ides. Rock gut, we used to call it, right? Bubble gut beer. So any of this is super good beer right here, though. But cheers to everybody. Hope everybody's having a happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday. Hope you didn't work too hard. And if you did, remember, if you work hard, you got to play hard. Oh, hell yeah. Anytime I'm down in Southern California, I have to hit you up, let you know I'm coming. I want to go fish down in some of the lakes down there, but I've got so much I'm trying to do right now, it's not even funny. Like with the business, and because I do heating and air, and summertime's coming, but the main thing is my truck. I'm so pissed about my truck, because as soon as I get my truck fixed, I don't care if people make money rain down on me and throw it at me. I'm still going to take days off to go fishing. That's just going to be the way it is. Simple as that. So the only thing preventing me right now from getting out there and bringing you guys some cool content, getting out on the lake, throwing top. Right now, I'd be throwing like top water, jerk baits, crank baits, and then either Ned rigs or drop shots if I had to finesse, or maybe Texas rig, a worm. Excuse me. So, you know what I mean? I'd be out there smashing them right now if I could get out on the lake, but I'm stuck like Chuck. So, but thank goodness I get to go out occasionally. It's hecka funny. I either have to go out fishing with other people now, or I have to have people show up and we make like play dates. Like we're going to go fishing and hang out this day, and someone's going to tow my boat for me. And it's like, yay. And I got to go along with the whole group, and I'm happy to do it. It's awesome. And someone tows my boat, and I'm like the passenger ride along, do. It's funny. Where to get cheap rods and reels, even 1 to 3 ounce weights for catfish and carp, even stripers. Not out where you're at. You can check all the local Goodwills and all the local thrift stores. Sometimes have decent fishing poles in them now. They usually used to have the fishing poles from like the 50s, right? And all these old crazy ones. But now I'm starting to see bait casters, and I'm like, hey. Otherwise, excuse me. I'd have to be honest. The good old Walmart ugly stick, 59.99 type thing, a big old fat ugly stick with a spinning rod. You know, that's good old catfish and striper right there. Not a bait caster. You know, you can throw plugs and jerk baits and top waters on it, or you can throw bait and cut bait for catfish and striper and stuff like that. So you need a big rod first of all, but they're expensive to ship, so it's crazy. So if you can find one in the store, your best bet is going that way. But if you see a good deal on shipping, take it because it's not cheap. I shipped a rod. I was like, wow, this stuff is expensive. So I was like, you know what I mean? It was like 50, $60 to ship a rod. I was like, wow, how do the stores make any money then if they're selling the rod online for the same price as in the store, and then they say free shipping? I'm like, what? Wait a minute. How'd that work out? So you ever wonder about that, folks? You go online, you see a rod, and it's like $199, and you order it, and it's like free shipping on orders over $50. So you get your rod, $199. You go to Bass Pro Shops, or you go to like the Tackle Warehouse, wherever type place, and you go to like a store that's an actual brick and mortar. The same rod, $199. And it's like, wait a minute, the shipping was $50. So these fools lost $50. So how much is this rod really? Got you thinking. Then you go, how much are you getting ripped off at the store? And heck, I'm the one that has to drive in there to the store and buy the shit. When if I order online, you ship it to me. So, anyways, rant over. How you guys doing this Wednesday? Wanted to make sure I went over my list of everything. So if you guys are just jumping on as I'm going on about my day and going on about fishing and what we're going to be talking about, we covered some subjects. We went over Team Mason, fishing with Cook tomorrow, fishing with Cook's dad. I'm going to probably do some interviews or just some like how to tie this knot or that knot stuff, and get some cool content for you guys. Some how to thises and how to that's from a local guide. And then, like I said, I'm hopefully going to have the truck fixed. So yada, yada, great content coming down the road. Don't forget about the giveaway coming up next month for members only. So wanted to go over all that stuff. And then basically right now we're talking bass fishing. So breaking down post spawn. I know some local lakes up here I wanted to break down, but if you have any lakes near you, I'm going to talk about the type of spots, and then if you know any spots like that in your lake, they should hold true. So so tomorrow I'm fishing Kelsey Bass Ranch, which is a cow pond that is about 12 foot deep and is a majority hydrilla and weeds with lily pads. Top water bite may be good. Top water frog may be good. However, I'm thinking things like a square bill and a jerk bait for the reactionary stuff, and then something like a weightless Cinco or a wacky rig Cinco, a drop shot, and maybe even a float and fly for picking off the ones that are a little more stubborn and hard to catch. So believe it or not, the float and fly can pick them off when they really don't want to bite, especially if I put like a nice 3 or 4 inch swim bait, nose hooked, and drop it on a bobber and then throw it near the fry and near the little clumps of stuff where the fry are holding. Well, the fry protectors will come out and smoke it. Boom. Yeah, frog's going to be great. Throw it this year. Low light and also middle of the day. Sometimes you can throw a frog in the clearest part of the day, sometimes almost all day. Sometimes they only want it in windows, but if you're not throwing it, you're never going to know. And a frog bite is one awesome bite, and it's usually picks up some pretty decent sized fish too. Not usually known for sticking little fish. Uh-oh. Hello. What's going on? Oh, yeah. I still have your jack, too. When you want to go fishing again? I think this weekend I'm getting towed out to go fishing somewhere. I don't know. I think Don Pedro or something. You should come. Oh, trout derby at Bass Lake? Oh, okay. Well, are you guys going to be swinging by like this direction at all on your way up there? Or are you heading out that way? Oh, man, that'd be awesome. Oh, shoot. If I can convince the crew, I mean, but I'd have to bring the crew with me. I'm literally getting, right now, the truck still broke down. So I'm getting like towed around. So this Saturday, the plan is to go with like Mark Nav and his buddies, and then one of his buddies is going to tow me. So I'm gonna be with like 4 other guys. Oh, that always sounds fun. We probably have no idea what we're chasing, but shoot, it'd be cool to try. Oh man, yeah, you can see the fish come right up and eat the lure, huh? No, you don't do the right thing. They come up, they realize it's not what they want, and then they bounce off. Oh, that's cool. Well, you realize how many fish you're missing too. Oh heck yeah. Uh-oh. Is he on your milk with that? All right. Well, yeah. Let me hit you up. I'm doing the live stream right now, and then as soon as I'm done with this, I'll hit you up if I can get. I'll talk to Mark about it. See if he wants to come out there. Try to. Okay. Yeah. I'll hit you up. All right, buddy. All right. Bye. All right. That's a good buddy, Mike. Sorry about that, folks. I had to chat with him real quick. So, thank you, babe. Love you. You bring. Well, no. I guess later I'll get it because I want it like cold. I'm drinking beer and eating, so I'll come out later for that.
No.
Yeah. Can't have a brownie without milk. That'll be when Casper comes out, maybe. Who knows? There's only 3 of us. There's only 3 people on the live stream right now, so I'm not even worried. We're just chilling. How you guys doing out there in internet land? I'm all stuck. Oh, dude. So, but yeah. Wednesday. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about. Hey, Hello, how you doing, buddy? Hey, don't forget to check out next month's giveaway. Right now, you're a shoe-in for the win on the higher up giveaway. So you're the only higher member. Everybody else is below you, and only your tier and above get this specific giveaway. So next month, you're gonna basically be a shoe-in. The other guys basically it'll be a giveaway between them. I hope you guys are doing good. But yeah, I'm just eating and munching. So look what the wife brought me. So, oh man, I got ribs. I got mashed potatoes, green beans, and then she came and brought me out a big old brownie. So I'm like, oh hell no, I'm gonna need some milk for that brownie. So I'm gonna have to eat the food, brownie last, right? So eat the food first, brownie last. But anyways, heck yeah. So glad to see you in the house. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. We're talking fishing right now, post spawn. I wanted to break down a couple of the lakes for you guys and also give some tips and tricks. So right now, basically most of spawn is done. So what's going to happen is the fry are going to look for structure and places where they can hide and feel safe. Any brush, trees, grass, weeds, laydowns, any big rocks, boulders, not just plain regular shoreline with occasional stuff. They're all going to clump to stuff. And you're going to find what are going to be fry garters, and you're also going to be finding fry eaters, fish eating the fry. Now, while all this is happening, bluegill will also be moving up to spawn. So they're spawning next. While they're doing that, the bluegill will eat the bass fry, and the bass will try to chase off the bluegill. But so the male bluegill are smaller than the female bluegill, and they all move up to spawn when they're all ready, right? Well, those females, when they're done spawning the bass, they'll pull off and eat the bluegill. So it just depends also on your forage, what you got. Shad spawn should be happening right now or already have happened. So there's a lot of different things going on in the lake for the fish to eat. The kokanee, I believe, are going to be spawning soon, so they're moving up shallow. So, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? So there's going to be a lot of activity right now. Everything's going to be shallow, and I again recommend you try fishing at night. It's the best way to your chance at a double digit. One of the best ways from like now until almost the nighttime is almost always one of the best ways to get a double digit. It doesn't matter if it's in the winter, summer, spring, fall. So that's a go-to for sure. Now, one thing I want to talk about real quick too while we're on fishing here is breaking down like a dam or rocks and a big grouping of rocks like a rocky dam. See, McClure has a cement dam. Don Pedro has a rocky dam. Now, all the bait fish and bass fry and bluegill and crawdads and everything will hide up into those rocks, and the bass will be really keyed in on those. So it's a great idea right now to get up shallow and run stuff along reactionary and slow along dams, especially the ones that are made out of rock, not the cement ones. So the cement ones can hold fish too right now, but the rock ones hold them for a specific reason, because all of the crags and all of the gaps and holes have spots for the bait fish to pull in and hold into. And at this particular time of year, with all the fry, bluegill, with everything going on, those little crevices and cracks are home to where there's all these bait, right? And you just run your crankbait, jerkbait, drop shot, Cinco, whatever you're doing, run it parallel along those rocks. You're going to get bass coming out and just smashing your stuff. So I just want to go over that real quick. Now, hey, we can still talk fishing, but I had a list of stuff I wanted to make sure that I covered tonight. And now I kind of feel like I want to put my feet up, let my hair down, so to speak. I got a haircut. So, and crack my beers and eat my food with you guys and shoot the shite. And maybe we'll just, since there's not a lot of views on this, we can send this into members mode, huh? So I don't care. Have Casper come out and kick it. How you guys doing on this Wednesday, though? I'm still doing me. I think it's also a little low level. We got Biden's address in the nation right now, or the Congress. You got Tim Pool's covering it. Louder Crowder's on. So, which one, buddy? This one or this one? Do you want to know what the writing says? Truth, trust, happiness. You got to have truth if you want trust, and you got to have trust if you want happiness. And then it's a Chinese dragon. So crashing over the shores. It was a nasty, ugly tattoo here that this is all part of the cover-up. And the light doesn't do it justice, but it goes all the way back. So, and then I've got this one, and then I've got one on my leg, and I've got them on my back too. So, but anyways, it says truth, trust, and happiness. You can't have one without the other, right? Oy, stupid shirt. I wear 2XL, and I swear I could wear a 3XL, and then some shirts are like meant to be kind of like this, and some aren't. But I get all like I fill them out. Fatty, right? Whatever though. That's how we get down. So my hump day has been one not too eventful one. I know, that's what I'm stuck in between though. See, look at like my arms are big, my arms and shoulders, chest, but down here in the waist, like I have room, right? And this is like a particular shirt that I think is supposed to be like a workout shirt. If I wear a regular 2XL, it looks a little better on me. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, but whatever. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I am who I am. Damn it, right? But so anyways, that's just how we roll over here at Common Sense Fishing. We're having fun. So I talked about a lot of different stuff tonight. Just wanted to make sure I covered a bulletin list for you guys. So I don't want to keep talking about the same stuff over and over again. So if you get to watch this over from the beginning, yeah, I went over a whole litany of stuff. Just wanted to cover some things for you guys tonight. And then we've been specifically talking post-spawn, fry garters, fry eaters, where the fry are at, and breaking down lakes right now post-spawn and where to find these fish. So, and then other than that, we're drinking beer, we're chilling. I've got ribs. Check this out. I got ribs, mashed potatoes, and I've got a brownie there. So I'm a lucky guy, right? I have it good. I've been homeless. I was a foster kid for a couple years, so I'm pretty happy. Look back and say, man, it could have been a lot worse, right? So we've got a lot more to achieve, got a lot more things to do, more fish to catch, and no fish to fry. Not unless it's salmon or halibut or something good. Catch and release usually here, right? So my wife just sent me a picture. This is hilarious. So check it out, folks. I don't like to eat in front of you guys too much, right? I get a little like self-conscious on that. Like, so I'll eat a bite here and there, sneak them in. But every live stream, my wife makes me usually a wonderful plate, right? And she dropped off a bomb brownie right here, and I've been staring at it, and she sent me this right here. That's how I feel right now. I tell you what. Did you get dog food for Sammy? Oh, oops. I think that was about. I gotta get dog food tomorrow. Better put that on the check off list. I thought she was making fun of me and the brownie. Oh man, yeah, she's awesome. She checks me all the time. If I need it, she's my other half, you know. So when I lean too far this way, she smacks me that way. Not condoning violence though here, folks. Quality. Happy hump day to everybody. The world is falling apart. And today and every other day here on Common Sense Fishing, we try to avoid the craziest of subjects so as not to create a food fight, name calling, and insults. We try to have fun, lightheartedness, talk about crazy and fun stories. I hope that's why you're here, is to enjoy the time with me and to see if Casper shows up, to see what kind of food my wife cooks. We're kind of getting this real little routine going on. What beer am I drinking? And, what's going on for the week, and break down some usual subjects and go off on some rants. So we've gone on everything from like aliens and nighttime stories and nighttime scary stories and, all kinds of stuff. So this has been one cool ride so far, and we're just getting started. So smash that like button if you guys get a chance. Thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. Really appreciate it. So it's hump day here, and we're talking fishing. We're talking lakes. If you like fishing, this is a channel for you. If you want to know about what these fish are doing post-spawn, if you're in California and most of the country, if you're still in spawn or pre-spawn, then you're a little behind us or so, or you're not quite there yet. So you'll be doing spawn things or pre-spawn things, but that's usually only the East Coast or certain areas that get snowed in, and that should be flipping like a light bulb any moment if it hasn't already. Now in our area, there's some freakazoids still coming up on beds in very rare situations, but most of the spawning is done. Fry are hatched. Males are guarding. Females are out there guarding some of them. Some of them they're eating, but it appears to be like what they're doing is now pulling off kind of lockjaw, but a targeting bluegill and other fish by ambush, or they're also chasing down, depending on the lake. Right now at McClure, they're smashing on shad and a lot of other stuff that are spawning. So when the temperature outside doesn't matter, it's the temperature inside. You want the water to be between 56 to 58 and 63. And bass will start spawning and start the process in the mid 50s. So they may kick into pre-spawn in the low 50s even. Depends on your fishery. Oh, you're probably already in the spawn then. Where are you at, James? No? Basically, like if you had a boat, right, your fish finder, okay, so basically if you had a boat, your fish finder tells you the temperature, right? So if you're shore fishing, and how to tell spawn's pretty simple. What you want to do is go find some shallow shore, not really steep stuff, right? Find some kind of shallow stuff with some hard bottom, kind of rocky, not like muddy or grassy. And try to approach the shore with the sun in front of you so that your shadow's not getting casted. And as soon as you walk up and you start noticing in a foot or two of water, 3, 4 feet, whatever, you start seeing these circle areas dusted off, and you might see a fish and it might swim away. And then if you go away, it might come back. That's spawn right there. So you can tell just by walking the shoreline. And when you spot fish that appear to be sitting over or near lightly dusted circled areas, anywhere from when the weather outside hits 60s, 70s, and in some instances upper 50s, right? You're gonna see spawn happening. Now the best way to know when spawn is happening is when the flowers start blooming, when the trees start blossoming, when springtime happens, because see, springtime here can be in February and March, but in the East Coast, right, you might be under snow until April. So spring for you may be kind of Aprilish, May. So it just depends, right? Yeah, exactly. So when spring starts, spawn starts. So for you, it's probably just started or it's full on, like, because in those situations, sometimes they switch. They flip quicker because they're only going to have so much time to spawn, and then next thing you know, it's summer, right? So depending on the body of water, this and that, you guys are probably right about time to spawn in your area. So personalized fishing tips here with Common Sense Fishing. blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Hope my blah, blah helps. Sometimes that's what it feels like, right? I'm just out here having fun and just kind of just yapping at the computer. It's cool to see you guys commenting back. I know there's people listening. I look occasionally when you guys see me, like I said, look up here, then I know how many people's in here. But I tend to not really want to worry about that, or just want to have a good conversation. So I want to make sure that I'm having, I'm bringing up cool topics and having coherent thoughts, right, for you guys to digest and then make fun of me or spit something back at. So this is pretty cool where we can communicate. Eventually, like I said on some of these other channels, that thing will be going too fast. You know, it'll be hard to interact. Should you throw a spinnerbait or a swim bait? Throw both if you're looking for pre-spawn. If you're looking for spawners, then you need to throw like a wacky rig, Cinco, a Ned rig, a drop shot. You need to throw something really slow, not necessarily reactive. If you want to catch them when they're on their bed spawning, spinnerbait and swim bait is for when the fish are fattening up pre-spawn. So like I said, if you see those signs of beds and stuff, just slow down. Yeah, you can do that, because what will happen is, excuse me guys, if you're spawn fishing, thank you, you're going to notice if you're spawn fishing that the male will usually go after things first and will be the most aggressive. So one way to trigger the females, for one, in spawn, don't fish at the fish, because what you'll notice is sometimes, if especially they see you, they'll hang a few feet away from the bed. Fish at the bed. So put your lure on the bed and dangle it around the bed and piss the fish off. Then you might get the female to attack, but for sure the male will. So one of them will. And if you throw a big enough lure where the male can't just really get self-hooked like a drop shot or a Ned rig, so say you throw a swim bait or a spinner bait and you just don't set the hook, then yeah, a couple of casts in after you get a couple little nips, the next one's probably going to be the female. The only problem is you need to make sure you can see, because sometimes when the bite happens, you can't tell. A lot of the time, you're not going to know if it's the male or the female that hits. So you throw that spinnerbait up there and you get the male, right? Then you just scared the female off. And what you want to do sometimes is keep that male in your live well and wait a second. And then the female will come back, and then you tack her in the bed, and then you let the male go. If you're tournament fishing and you really need that female, or you're trying to up your skill game or whatever, then that's what you'd want to do. The Mike Buck of bluegill, yeah, it's a great one. Yeah, like I said, bluegill's a great lure for pissing off spawning bass. The bluegill eat the bass's eggs and their fry. Mike Buck of bluegill is good. My buddy Jay uses it. Posts lots of pictures of him catching fish with it. But like I said, most of that kind of stuff's done at nighttime. So we usually big fish with the big lures, like big weight baits. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. That's for nighttime fishing usually, or low light. So you got to be in the right position, the right time, the right angle, and work everything right to get these bass to eat these big swim baits, right? It's an art form, and some guys are great at it, and that's why some other guys suck at it, like me. And we go out there and we don't do very good. So after 6 hours or 4 hours of throwing a swim bait, we're bored as hell. We pick up the drop shot and we go to town and catch 10, 15. And might even catch a 4-pounder, right? And then the one time we might get one in a day like that, and it's a 2-pound rat or something on a big swim bait. Like, what the hell? So there's a time and a place, and there's a skill for learning those swim baits, right? And I'm getting better at it. So I'm not trying to say that I'm like horrible or anything, but I just don't want to act like I'm the super pro. But I'll tell you though that I know for sure that those very same lures at nighttime, man, they destroy big fish. The big fish fucking, or sorry, they lose their mind. They go bazonkers for those wake baits, for the big swim baits, for spinner baits, crank baits, anything up shallow, moving big. The big fish just hammer them. Nice. What are wake baits? Wake baits are top water that go. They're not really top water. They go about an inch under the water. So it's like a top water. They're supposed to they're supposed to dive just under and then throw a big wake like a boat. So they throw waves. So when you use one, you should just see waves, but not really the lure kind of. But you'll see the lure. But the point is the lure should actually physically be under the water by a very small amount, like a couple inches, from anywhere from like this to, like that under the water, and it displaces the water and it throws it out in a big wave. And they make them with lots of rattles that sound like rattle traps. They make some that are kind of dull or big knockers, and they make silent ones. So, excuse me, wake baits are really good, and there are small ones and big ones, and so they make rat baits that are wake baits. So they're meant to just swim along the surface like the top water, but they have a slight bill that's meant to pull them just under so that they throw all that out. Thanks, appreciate it. Thanks for visiting Shoreline. Heck yeah, glad to have you in the channel. Boom. So tomorrow I'm going to be fishing with Cook, Justin, and Mason and his dad Kyle. So I'm excited to take them out and get them out at the Kelsey Bass Ranch. Okay, traditionally, this is the school of thought, if I remember correctly, on silent versus rattle. Rattle makes a sound of a school, while silent is more for singular. So it's more for vibration and it's for singular. So when you have fish that are hunting one fish at a time, one bait at a time, a silent can be very, very deadly because the fish doesn't hear it coming. And before it has a chance to think about it, the lure comes right in front of it and it just eats it, right? Especially like, say, bass that are eating bluegill or small trout or small, or medium small bass, big shad, stuff like that, baby carp and catfish. So when you got like a big bass, it's just kind of either sitting in ambush, right? And that bass isn't looking for a school of bait fish, but silently, here comes this thing, boom, right? While versus the rattle is supposed to imitate, here comes a school. So, and sometimes you'll see schools of monstrous fish just darting and chasing around and smashing up like schools of shad and stuff. So there are times of the year, supposedly, right? So this is where it breaks down. There's times here where rattle is better than silent because certain times of the year there's bigger schools of bait fish, and then other times of the year those bait fish are either bigger and they've a lot of them have died off, so they're not making as much noise basically as they hit each other swimming through the water column. They're very loud, if that makes sense. That's what I was always taught and told. And so but also, instead of just overthinking it, sometimes it doesn't hurt to just throw one for a while, and then if you don't do great, just try the other. Yeah, and who knows, sometimes they want one over the other. So hope that makes sense. I have my wife bring me in some milk now. I'm about to eat this brownie. Yeah, beer and milk, right? Crazy. No, not necessarily. The silent versus the rattle. It's all usually about the size of the bait and or whether it's a school versus a single bait. So that's the idea, if I remember correctly. And there are times when that silent will just kill them. And then there are times when they want the rattle. And it just seems to call them to dinner like they're enraged and they're vicious. While the silent ones sometimes I've had them hit it viciously too. And thing about a crankbait, it's crazy to be reeling that thing and to have a bass come up and eat it, and you barely feel this little tick, and you set the hook and catch it, and sure enough, the thing's all the way down its throat, but you didn't even feel it. Like, wow. Silent but deadly, right? Hoo-wee! You know, that's why they put the little moons on the outhouses, so you don't die when you go in there. Methane gas. Is that one of those Mythbuster things that they busted or something? I don't know. Oh no, that took me down a tangent in my head that I don't even want to say out loud. I was thinking of Britney Spears and her little stint on Jackass that didn't make the cut. It was part of the extended version. You know what I'm talking about? Never mind. I shouldn't have gone there. Nah, damn it, I ram-wrenched myself. Oh well. Well, that's just how life goes sometimes, ain't it? We're having a good time though. Thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. So I love going over all kinds of cool stuff right now. Like I said, the world's just falling apart. Everything's going crazy. You know, there's rioting and looting, and people are all politically divided and angry, and it's this and that. And I just want to grab my fishing pole and turn into Huckleberry Finn and go head off to the forest and fish, right? I just want to whistle and have fun and take my 6-pack with me. Run into little old Riding Hood on the way out there. Say, come on, wifey, let's go. We'll find a babysitter for the kids. That's valuable stuff right there. You've joined the Mile High Club, but have you joined the Bushwhacker Club? There you go. I lost somebody with that one. They said, oh no, he didn't. The Bushwhacker Club. Now you got a new one thanks to Sam. Thanks to Common Sense Fishing. You got a new one. If you never heard of that one, now you have. The Bushwhacker Club. The Mile High Club and the Bushwhackers. So, and I don't mean the dudes from the 80s that were like, who? Remember them guys? They were smelling them armpits. They were the Bushwhackers too. So nowadays, Bushwhackers just sounds like a porno name. Oh, of course. I worked at Foster Farms. Red Wings are some very expensive boots. I have my pair. I probably only wore them once, though. A vampire, huh? Oh, I'm a savage. This is a Common Sense Fishing here. You know how we can talk fishing for sure, right? And I'm not like I'm this super, super high level, but I know some stuff, right? We could talk fishing for sure. And then like that, right? Like that. Like that. Next thing you know, this is gone off the rails, and uh-oh. That's why you gotta smash the like. You know, for you guys that are subscribers, thank you guys for being subscribed. I appreciate everybody. For you guys that are members, also thank you guys. Special shout out to all my members. So you guys are wicked. And been doing this now for a couple of weeks. We're doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where we basically Joe Rogan style it and just kind of go over just a bunch of different stuff and tell stories and just have fun and interact. And the cool thing is you, the audience, is kind of like my guest. because we're not inundated with thousands of folks right now, we have the ability to talk and joke amongst ourselves, communicate. So that's kind of a unique feature here. Um, so don't be shy. I know it's like me and James are having like a one-man conversation here all night. So, but hey, that's how we roll. Oh yeah, I was gonna say you guys can't see the new addition to the man cave. I got some more stuff I put in here. So, woo! Hilfno just got some. What do you call it? Hilfno just got some competition. Don't forget, there's going to be a giveaway for the Common Sense and Above, right? And so those guys have a shot at something big, while the other members are going to be a smaller giveaway. Hey, Mike, nice to see you on the live stream. We're just here having a good time, talking fun, talking post spawn, trying to give some tips and tricks, break down the lakes for you guys. One thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if I said it earlier, is I know how we were talking about dams, about craggly dams like Don Pedro, you know, there you go. So, like on craggly dams, there's going to be a lot of bait fish holding up into those right now. And this is a time that it doesn't hurt to, while you're hitting all your favorite spots on the lake, stop and hit the dam, throw a square bill, a jerk bait, maybe deep diver, throw some reactionary stuff. Maybe even drop a worm or something down there and feel around. See if you can't get something if it's a little lethargic down there. Excuse me. Depending on the time of day you're there, but the dams are going to be, heck yeah, the dams are going to be, big biz right now. A lot of them, any of the big rocky formations on these lakes, because that's where a lot of the bass fry are moving to. That's where a lot of the smaller bluegill are holding, and it's just a murder lane. Any fish comes out of those little rocks and crevices and tries to make a move or swim, there's bass sitting down there that'll just knock them one. And so that's a good spot. I just recommend you guys check out. McClure Dam isn't the same way, so you need to find shoreline that's similar. And Mike got his first fish on a square bill. Awesome. Good job, brother. Square bill is a wicked way to catch a fish, isn't it? Isn't it awesome when you get that bite and it just rips the pole real hard, real fast? And then all you do is do a sweeping hook set and reel. The one tip, too, I'll give you guys if you're fishing a square bill is when the fish comes in, however you get it, whether it's a big one or a dinky one, once you got it, and you either got it if it's a small one by the line or a big one down on the ground, grab it by the back of the head. So grab it from behind and pinch its gills closed instead of trying to grab it by the mouth, and you won't get a set of hooks in your hand. So that wouldn't be fun. So how's everybody's hump day going tonight? Checking in. You guys paying attention to the world burning around us, to the craziness of either side, left or right, whatever side you're on. I believe the other side's nuts right now. So I feel like the musicians on the Titanic, man. I just want to keep fishing. My truck's broke. I can't get out. I just want to go. Like, anybody else feeling the same way like that right now? Or you just want to just get out and go fishing and just, I don't know. I'm stuck, so I'm probably in a little bit of a bind waiting on that truck to get fixed. As soon as it does, man, I'm going to be like a madman. I'm going to have like 17 videos hit in like 2 weeks. I got to learn, I got to learn to pace myself. I can go out there, and I was putting together 3 to 5 videos a week. And now when I couldn't get out for a while, I have nothing to put out. So I got to make sure that when I get out there, I'll be shooting multiple videos a day, doing some cool tips and tricks, and so that I can break those down into multiple stuff for you guys. But always Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're going to have these live streams. We're going to shoot the breeze with each other and Have a good time. I think I'm ready for some milk and that brownie as soon as I smash this last beer. That's kind of the deal. So, goodness. Picked up a new RC fishing hat. Check it out. Support your local Ryan Cook Fishing. If you're California, uh, Central Valley area, check him out. If not, and you just want to support some cool gear, check him out on Facebook, Gary Cook, Ryan Cook. So excited to get my new hat. So I bought this from him today, or was it yesterday? Man, time flies. I don't remember what day it is now. I think it was yesterday. So I know RC caught, he said he caught 23 from shore. And was it Danny's Kitchen got 15. And how have you been doing? You getting any fish out there, James, lately? Anything for you? Oh, goodness. I'm getting old. So I got to take my truck into the shop tomorrow. I can't wait. Catching some big ass trout. Oh, yeah. Caught a 16-inch trout on Sunday. Nice. Where did you say you were at again? Maryland. Yeah, you're in Maryland. So right over there, it's got to be, it's fluctuating, right? Didn't you guys just get out of like a snowstorm a couple weeks ago, or like a week and a half ago? I think it was. I seen people posting pictures of their houses with like snow everywhere. I'm like, damn. Over here, it's already getting like 90. It's like we already had an 85-degree day over here. Just like, man, it's gonna be hot. We're going through a drought bad over here on the West Coast. We don't have no water. Stupids. Guy won't give us no wet stuff. Damn it. So drink it. Then if I pee into the ground, it might evaporate and turn into rain. You know? Now it's hot as balls. Yeah. You guys get humid over on the East Coast, huh? Because I know I was in New York, and that shit was like, I thought New York, you know, the temperature said it would be like mid 70s. What's up, Jimmy? How's it going? Always good to see a good homie on there. Jimmy Sanchez, how's it going? Oh, I know. Tell me about it. New York was brutal. I was there in the, it's all right. I was there in the summer in July, and we were there 2 days. It was hot as hell. And then one day, out of like the middle of the day, came a crazy lightning and thunderstorm, dumped like 3 or 4 inches of rain. Like all your feet were wet. It was crazy. And then like all of a sudden it went away, and then it got hot and muggy as hell. The subway systems are super brutal hot, not air conditioned. So yeah, it's kind of crazy over there. I don't know how it is, you know, specifically. Maryland, isn't that on the coast too, like right? South of like New York and Baltimore and all. It's Baltimore's in Maryland, right? Yeah, so just south of New York and all that, right? Yep. Good afternoon, Vintage Tracker. Good to have you in the house. Another long afternoon, or another long day in the books. It's that time of year. Yep, indeed. Okay, you live near DC. Nice. Okay. I'm pretty decent with geography, but I get burned out. I forget. Used to know it like all by name, you know, but I'm doing good. You're a member out there, aren't you, Jimmy? You got to come out and fish with us, man. I got a boat. Once my truck gets fixed, I'll take you. But if you're just out there shore fishing, I can take you around and show you how to smack them from the shore. Right now is one of the best times to smack them from the shore there. So they're hitting cool stuff. So when you get a chance to hit me up, Jimmy, let me know. I'll take you out to Kelsey. I know you're a member, but I mean, like all escort you around, walk you around, show you my little stomping grounds there, how we catch them from the shore. Definitely happy to put other people on fish. I love sharing the love of fishing. That's just something that gets me excited is watching somebody else catch fish too. So a little bit of lag sometimes. So like to read your guys' comments and see what's going on with you guys. Make sure that I try to have a good communicative line here so that I like being able to do this and interact with you guys and not just like have a podcast where I'm talking about something all night, or I could do a split screen and show you guys my screen and we could be rambling about stuff, but I like keeping it personal like this. And you guys know there's no script, we just roll. So these live streams usually get pretty fun by the end of the night, where we're talking about some pretty off the wall awesome stuff. So make sure you stick around, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. It's Common Sense Fishing, where we talk about fishing stuff, sports stuff, and anything and everything under the moon. So we get enough people in here, I'll go put on the Deion Sanders helmet. Yo, Sam, when the pandemic's over and I'm in town near you, you want to go fishing? Oh yeah, anytime you're around, brother, I'll take you fishing. I've been to New York, been to the East Coast, so I'd love to go fishing out there too. Fished in Florida, that was fun. So I had a good time out there. But anywhere there's water, heck yeah, appreciate it. If you're going to be getting in on my toy drive, if you're doing your own, congratulations and hope you success. I'm just doing where mine is I'm taking people fishing. They donate toys. Hey, if they want to just donate toys too, that's great as well. And if anyone else wants to use their boat and help and fish with, great too. You never know when you have parties or groups of people that want to go. That does happen every once in a while, so it's cool to have a buddy. But if you're doing your own, that's awesome. The more people, the better. So, and if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a toy drive. Every Christmas, I take care of as many kids for Christmas as I can. Last year, we took care of over 200 kids. Thanks largely in part to Common Sense Fishing guys like you guys, a lot of local people watching, a lot of people on Facebook jumped in, took advantage of the fishing trips. We got a guy that got a 9-pounder with me on a fishing trip. So it's been a ton of fun. And with all the support from everybody, we were able to take care of over 200 kids. And that's because of you guys. So that's wicked. Thank you guys for your support. So I want to say that for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm always busy. You're always busy. We're always busy. That's life as adults, ain't it now? Damn bills, and you got to like pay them. So you got to do this stupid thing called work. But hey, I'm lucky and fortunate now that I'm working for myself. Things seem to be doing okay. My wife has a good job. I own my own house. It's not all the way paid off yet, but I got a decent payment. And so it could be worse, right? Like I said, I've been homeless. I've been a foster kid. So, I'm happy. I tell you what, life could be worse. So, even for the people that aren't doing that great, remember there's always someone worse off. So, cup is always half full unless it's empty. Then that means it's time to get another beer. Salut and cheers to everybody. Thanks for watching competition. I am who I am. I don't know the rest, but some shit about eating my spinach. Oh man. Well, cheers. That's for sure. I'm gonna go hang out with Casper here in a second. I'm all like chilling, happy, having a good time with you guys. Oh yeah. If you're taking off, I'll see you on Friday. If not, definitely gonna be around. But yeah, Friday, we'll be doing this live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm gonna try to be dropping occasional members only live streams for you guys. And I don't know exactly when those will be, but we're gonna try to hit them up to where you guys can watch them later. And if the live stream gets crazy, there's one live stream I deleted. So when I was done with it, I deleted it. But I let you guys all witness it and be part of it. But I didn't want anyone watching it afterwards, just because you guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, isn't it? Hard work pays off, I'll tell you what. So I have a strong philosophy. You guys may know by now that there's this friendly host named Casper that hangs out and bugs me every once in a while. But I tell you what, I'm a hard-working ass fool, and I believe in law and order and doing what's right. I believe in being good. I believe in work hard and play hard, So I play a little harder than some folks. So, but other than that, hard work pays off. It allows people to have at least somewhat the life they want. You got to chase stuff, so you got to go for it. Excuse moi. But that's the name of the game, ain't it? Or as was it Walter Cronkite, or who the hell was that old timer that would say, "And that's the way the cookie crumbles." I'm gonna end up googling that now. That was like my favorite saying back in the days, because that's the way he would like sign off on all of his shows. Oh yeah, I had RC just message me. Forgot to message him back. I'm gonna message him real quick. All right. So, anyways, all right, folks. I'm back here with you guys, back in reality. It's getting a little hot here, so I'm gonna turn on my handy dandy air conditioner and turn it down to 62. See? 62. That looks like 56 or something, but it's really 62. I'm gonna blast this BZ out, make it cold. Right? Hey, like I said, there's always someone richer and more powerful. So to what end are you chasing, right? And there's always someone worse off. So there's always some humility that's needed, right? Everybody should be a little humble, because you could be in that boat, or you could be, in the one you're in now. So, and if you're not happy with where you're at, well, row your boat ashore, or row it up the stream or down the stream, or just kick your feet back and whistle and see where life takes you, whatever. As long as you're not in your boat over here with your paddle fucking with me in my boat, right? That's like the analogy in life. Right now, that's what's going on. You got like everybody in each other's boats, basically. Right? If you think about like the stream of life, and we're all rowing our boats down the stream, and with politics so divided, or just people so crazy right now in certain aspects, if you take it out of certain worlds, is like everybody's attacking each other in their boats. Like if you made like some kind of weird, crazy analogy, if I could take the thoughts that's in my head right, let's say the trash, shooting and blowing stuff up, right? Something like that. But we're all in boats and everybody's just with paddles smacking each other. I'm over here trying to get out the way. Go hide in my hole. Talk about fishing. Say, all right, folks. Yeah. Because like I said, You could always be doing, worse. So if you're not, dead yet, put a smile on your face, put a one foot in front of the other, and just try to keep moving forward. So, hey, Fish Visions, how you doing? Good to see people on here tonight. We're doing these live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week now. So that's going to be part of Common Sense Fishing's thing. This is where you get to hang out with me and spend some unique time one-on-one and with the whole crew. It up, going over everything, all kinds of different fishing subjects to all kinds of stuff under the light, under the world, under the whatever. So thank you guys. We came on different boats, but we on the same shitty ship now. Yep. I have a saying, same shit, different toilet. Right? Oh, goodness. Where am I from? Central Valley, California, guys. So we've actually got a couple of viewers from Japan and from Europe. So pretty cool. I don't know what other states right now. Usually the live streams mostly here in these areas, but America. But we do have a few. I know for sure one in Japan and a couple in Europe. It's pretty awesome. Isn't it pretty unique here that the internet can bring a band of weird, different people that one guy likes rock and roll, one guy likes country, one likes rap, all together over fishing. East Bay of California, nice. I work there quite a bit. So East San Jose, Santa Clara, all the way from, I used to work in Santa Cruz, from Salinas, Monterey, all the way up to like Palo Alto, Oakland, Berkeley, El Cerrito. I do heating and air conditioning. Right now I'm in the Central Valley. So what's your thoughts on big swim baits right now? My thoughts on big swim baits right now are that they're killer in the morning, afternoon, like late night, and at nighttime. And during certain conditions, they're going to be great. These big mamas are going to want something to fill up, so they're going to be eating stuff like that. However, if you find, you're struggling to peg some fish, obviously, you can always stick them with stuff like the Ned Rig drop shot, all kinds of other stuff. But one of the things you can do with like something like, say, a Kitech that you can't do with a big swim bait is you can kind of grind it along the bottom extremely slow or bounce it up and down like a jig and not really have to deal with like getting hooked up. If you're using a depths 250 or something, you're worried about the trebles, right? And some of them have a lot longer of a sink rate. Real quick here, I got an HVAC question. What brand of, so I got a phone question here, folks. What brand of mini split do you recommend or have installed? And I'm going to put Mitsubishi or Fujitsu. So those are the ones that I recommend. So you usually keep the fish and animals on your channel. That's cool. Like something like catch and cook, stuff like that. So a lot of bass guys get up in arms for people that catch and eat bass. I particularly don't like seeing someone eat a champion breeder and a 1 in a million bass. I don't like seeing people keep eating the 8 to 10 pounders. But it's your right. But I think it's an integral part of the fishing. The fishing body of water's health is some of the smaller, more aggressive fish that eat up a lot of the food forage. They've got to be weaned out in order to make room for more bigger fish, for better sport, and for just better fisheries, right? And then the same thing with animals, like, cool to hunt, catch and cook, stuff like that. I think it's very important that today and age we need to do a little bit of reconnecting with the outdoors. And even someone who's, say, like a vegan, one day if things were to go bad, you may not be able to grow or produce enough vegetable and plant-based food to keep you alive. And so you better be at least pescatarian, right? So it doesn't hurt to learn how to pluck a chicken, how to brine a turkey, how to brine a goose. It doesn't hurt to know how to skin something or do something. So Um, okay, cool. I'm just being respectful. So if you're one of those guys, because there's a lot of like YouTube channels that do catch and cooks, they're outdoor channels. They eat a lot of the fish that they catch, but they don't, like, let's say, eat the biggest ones that are out there, maybe trout fish and stuff like that. But that's cool. You I don't either. So you mean like fish tank ponds? I build them, buy them, and have them in your room and backyard. Oh, that's super cool. So like any exotic fish like wolf, what is it? The wolf pacu, like the which ones did I have? I had the black and red ones, the fire ones or something like that. Uh, Not fire tigers, not fire something, or it was there were pacus and they were black with reddish orange tiger stripes down them and all around them, and they grew really huge. So, like, I know a couple buddies who are, and I'm kind of into it too. I got a fish tank right here with some fishies in them. So, on my live stream one time, I was all bent, and somebody was telling me I had a green screen. They were like trolling with me. So they said, "This isn't a fishing channel." Someone said, "Show me a fish." So I grabbed my bass right out of my tank, and I was like, "Here's a fish." Probably shouldn't have done that to the bass, poor guy. He's all right though. Look, in like 10 minutes or not, 5 minutes, I made my room 62 degrees. I'm already getting cold. Better turn that thing off. So, oh yeah, striper for ceviche are good. You know the kind of fish I keep are salmon, striper, salmon. If it's a big striper, salmon, and that's about it for freshwater. Um, Yeah, I might eat some panfish, like some bass or some bluegill, if they're small and very, very healthy, to make fish tacos with, because they have a real strong fishy taste, and that's kind of like what I want in a fish taco, in a sense. Goes really good with all the flavors, real strong, right? So, but shark, halibut, I like ocean fish to eat. Oh, super. But nice. So pacu are sick. I try to stick to cold water fish. Yeah, it's expensive keeping large warm water fish for sure. That's why I had mine in my house, the pacu. But in the like in the ponds and stuff, for sure, you can have some cool stuff. That's cool that you're going to Florida, get to meet some other YouTubers. I've got Nick, the informative fisherman. He's doing a new intro for me, and it's hilarious. And then oh yeah, shoot, this is one of my topics I forgot. So to all my members, you guys got early access. You guys get to watch the whole video. Nick, the informative fisherman, Matt Frazier, Ryan Cook, everybody. So you guys have early access. Go watch that whenever you'd like. The other version's going to hit for everybody. I think I'm going to do it Friday morning. So not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, for the general public. Nick, the informative fisherman, Matt Frazier, Ryan Cook, all those guys. So, yeah, bluegill fish fry are good. That's what I was saying. Bluegill, bass, sometimes panfish can be good if you're doing it just for like certain stuff. I like them, because they're real fishy, but they're clean, clean fishy, like not like nasty fishy. So if that makes sense. And then there's only a certain time you kind of want that fishy taste, when it's almost like fish tacos, or fish fry, like a fish and chips, not like a overly strong fish taste either, if you know what I'm saying. So I think I do. I've heard of a bunch of them from Florida, so I've been to Florida, did some fishing there, so but didn't get to record it. Well, unfortunately, see, I'm 40 right now. I've been fishing since I was like 9, 10 years old, and I've been really serious about it since I was about 16, 17, and or 15 even. And I should have. I had a GoPro about 8 or 9 years ago, and I have some lost footage. There's a couple of videos I have out. I have a video of like a 12-pounder almost eating a 2-pounder, and I didn't realize what I had. And 7 years later, while going through the footage, I seen it, was like, oh my god! So it's pretty awesome. Uh, but I haven't really. I lost that GoPro, got stolen. Something happened to it, so I only had one SD card. But I wish I could have been recording for the last few years. You guys would, I'd have some awesome stuff for you guys. Trust me too. Plus some of the stories that I got for you guys, oh, I would have been recording the mountain lion incidents that I've had, all the crazy stuff that I ran into. Believe you me. See, look, I've only been recording 1 year, and already dude's already crashed his boat in front of me. I got a double digit. It's like, what I saved a boat at McClure. We got 8 and 9-pounders on video. It's been an awesome year with you guys. So just over a year now, almost a year and a half now, actually. So I really appreciate everybody. We've been monetized, so the goal's been met. We're growing. Everything's going good. So thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel. It's been pretty awesome. Any topics you guys want to go over for this Wednesday night? As always, I like to talk about a lot of different stuff, but any subjects or questions you guys have? As always, we kind of just freestyle this thing and have fun. Yeah, I want to make it out to Texas. I got a buddy who owns property in Texas right on a lake out there. And all I got to do is pay for the plane ticket. And I have like a dude who owns a house out there who's already pretty much said it's mine if I want to use it. So I just got to probably bug him and set something up. That's something I'd really love to do. Florida was awesome. So check this out. So I go to Florida for a week, but I go for work, and it's work related. But every day we get out by 3, so it's 8 to 3:30. I'm staying in a motel there, and the motel's sitting on a big ass lake that's full of lily pads and alligators, and signs all over the place that say "Do not feed or try to pet the alligators." So I get super excited. My first day there, as soon as work gets over, I get a Uber or something, and I go to the local Walmart, and I buy a cheap $50 fishing pole, $60 fishing pole, and Cinco's, hooks, weights, a popper, and a couple of lures. So I spent like $100 because I didn't have a ton of money. And then I bought a temporary fishing license, or I bought a Florida fishing license, and I went out there and just started smashing bass. And it was awesome. At the end of the trip, when I leave, I just go approach some random dude. Some black dude was fishing, and he had a bucket, and he was like out catching fish. And I walked up to him with my fishing pole and all my gear and gave it to him because I was leaving. He was about the happiest dude ever. It was the funniest shit, dude. It was cool as hell. And I had a great time. I caught so many fish out there in Florida. The biggest was probably 5 or 6 pounds, but I was there working, making money, high level training, hobnobbing with all these people and meeting all these people. And, you know, the boss was buying lobster and steak dinner. And we're all out there having a grand time. And I'm out there as soon as 3 o'clock hits, boom, I'm out at the lake fishing. And from the back of the pond, or excuse me, the hotel, there's a restaurant, and everyone can see me fish. And I order my plate, get all my food and beer, and I smash, and I'll be out there fishing, and then come run back and eat, and then chill for a minute, go out fish. They're like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "Hell no, this is life right there. Come on." Oh, nice, dude. Great opportunity. Oh, Florida's wicked. Florida's pretty cool. The one thing you're going to notice if you're taking the airplane is that as soon as you get there, when you walk off of the whole thing's going to be air conditioned. So when you walk out of the plane, airplane's air conditioned, the little thing's air conditioned, the airport's air conditioned. As soon as you walk out the doors, it's like a blanket, a wet blanket just hits you. Boom. And I remember walking in Florida, like going to somewhere, and everybody had sweat, like sweat everywhere. There were hot chicks walking with butt sweat stripes. Like you could just see a wet butt line right down their crack. You could see titty sweat, armpit sweat. Everybody had armpit sweat. Everybody dripping armpit sweat. Hell, there was a lot of people just mobbing around with their shirts off. Just it was so funny. But I felt it too. I was like, oh, it was woo. But it was great. I had a blast. I mean, hour in, you don't notice it. If you know, if you're like me and you kind of acclimate decently, you get used to shit. You're just like, whatever. You know, because I'm too excited to be there catching fish, so it didn't bother me. I was there for a week, had a blast. So Florida was awesome. You'll love it. Fish Visions. If you get a chance, tell them check out my channel, Common Sense Fishing, out here on the West Coast. Always down to do a collaboration. I have a membership at a private bass ranch, the Kelsey Bass Ranch. I know a couple of kind of semi-professional bass fishermen over here, and you know, it'd be cool to do something one of these days. But good luck out there. Congratulations. So glad to hear that for you. I'm always excited to see people chasing their dreams. You know, I used to work in a factory, Foster Farms, and it's sad that it took my son passing away for me to learn that I was just a cog in this big ass machine in this industry, and that I was useless as soon as I chipped or got worn. Instead of polishing me up and fixing me, they threw me out and just put another cog right back in. So, you know, now I'm financially doing decent. I work for myself. I do heating and air. So well, thank you. So I'll be in Denver on the 14th to let me find a pothole with water. Dude, that's like the common joke. I don't know about you guys, but me and my buddy, since we are like 15, we used to just be in the car driving, or when we were driving when we got older. You see a big like pothole or like filled with water or a big like puddle. We always used to spit at it. We would spit like it was the lure and then cast. I don't know, stupid little thing we did. We like, and then the spit would hit the puddle, and then we would act like we were reeling in the fish. We were stupid, man. I'll tell you what, I used to take my fishing pole to high school. I wasn't gonna get no chicks doing that, huh? So that only lasted for a while, but I mean, like there was a good 6-month period where there was this pond that was like a half a mile, 3/4 mile walk from my high school. And I wasn't because I lived about a mile the other way, and we walked to school every day. So I would just, from school, I would go straight to the pond. Or sometimes I wouldn't even go to school. You know what I'm saying? Bye-bye, hey, see you, school. And then the cops, here's the deal. Here's the funniest shit. See, nowadays they might not look or think twice, but back in the days, the police knew when the kids were supposed to be in school, right? So if you were a kid and you weren't in school, right? Hey, check it out. I have a 10-pound bass on video. So if you just found the channel, one of my luckiest, my first few months of recording, I got one of my first video 10-pounders. So I've got multiple double digits in my life, but I got my first one on video from cast to catch. So that's actually, if you go to my channel where it says Common Sense Fishing, the main header video, like that kind of displays the channel, should be me catching a 10-pounder. So if you want to see that, that's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, I used to take my fishing pole to school, and I didn't care, and I still got girls, to be honest. Not that many. I mean, I did good. I didn't do too bad for myself. I got much better as I got older, and got more confident. But high school, I didn't do too bad. Shoot, I lost my virginity at 15. I was all right. I don't know if that's a good thing or what, but, for a young boy, I was happy. So But I took my fishing pole, went to high school. I didn't give two squats what no one said. Hell yeah. Irrigation ditches you haven't hit yet. Oh man, irrigation ditches hold big fish. I got like a 5 pounder out the one over by my house. So, oh yeah, we talk about sports stuff too. I've got so big Giants and Niner fan, but I'm into anything sports. So if you want to see something cool, like for example, I said I'm into anything sports. So here you've got a Michael Vick autograph Jets ball. I've got the dude, well, I think Ernie Shavers autograph glove. He was one of the dudes that almost knocked out Muhammad Ali in his prime. I got Deion Sanders autograph helmet. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff I collect. So sometimes we'll go down the rabbit hole where we'll talk about sports, we'll talk about the teams, talk about the collection. I've got sports cards, baseballs over here. I've got over like 15 autographed bats. So yeah. So this is a pretty unique channel. We go over lots of different stuff. So we go over lots of fishing stuff, but this is a cool, like in my opinion, right? A channel where we do like whatever, all kinds of crap. I'm willing to talk about anything and everything, you know, especially on these live streams, because usually I put out regular content that's just fishing related, right? So every once in, you know, every other day or every 2 days, there'll be a fishing video, a fishing trip, a how-to, tips and tricks, whiteboard stuff, right? Or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're chatting and hanging out doing this. So I'm trying to kind of give you the best of both worlds. So it's not just a fishing channel, you know, it's kind of the hangout channel too. Oh man, you want to see something cool real quick while we've got you? So we've got some folks on here. Hopefully I don't bore you with this one, but oh, I just put that right back on there. All right, check this out. So I've got Willie Mays and a bunch of other autograph cards that are too hard to dig out. You know, I don't have a Babe Ruth, but I've got Ty Cobb. I've got all kinds of stuff. So, you know, stuff like this. Here's Juan Marichal, you know, autographed stuff. The gold, what do you call it? The what are they called? They're like a certain type of card. So I've got the whole set autograph, but I don't want to bore you guys too much, but let me dig around and show you guys like Jason Giambi autographed bookmarker from the 80s. Here's a Willie Mays 24 karat gold card. This is just like some of my basic stuff. If I dug in here and I got to some of my better stuff, let's see here. Here's a graded Willie Mays. I mean, just a random one I pulled out of this box. You know what I mean? It's full. And we got, oh yeah, here's Dennis Rodman's autograph. Check this one out. I bet you this is rare. You ever seen one of these? It's a graded Ronald McDonald player card giveaway from the Padres, 1974. Here's Jason Giambi's rookie card, graded 10. So, and I've got plenty of them autographed, non-autographed, all graded, mint, you know, all kinds of stuff. So baseball is a big thing of mine too. I used to play baseball in college for a little while. Wasn't very good at it, but you know, I tried. So I've got a bunch of baseball stuff too. You see all the balls back there autographed. So definitely got a cool collection of stuff we like to go over. So I'm not trying to show off, but we got excited for a minute, just trying to be like, hey, you know, we do a lot of different stuff here. So there's, what do you call it? Dritz Duerden. You know, I'm a big also nerd on Dungeons and Dragons, Wizards and Warriors type stuff. So I read books, a lot of reading. And so I've got a lot of toys like that too. Megatron, I got Transformer toys up the wazoo. The next one I want to acquire is the self-transforming Optimus Prime, where you can talk to him and it transforms from the where it transforms from the truck to the dude, like all. It's freaking awesome. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Oh man, look at, I turned the air conditioner off and it got hot again in here. Turn it back on for a little bit. So I got a mini split in the room here. So I just turned my little mini split on, and I had it at 62, but it got a little too cold. So what I'll do here is let's set it for like 68, 69. Just leave it on. All right. Any questions? Anything you guys want to go over? Usually we roll from 6 to 9, so we're approaching the tail end, last hour here. This is usually when we get into the funnest stuff. This is usually where I might start freestyle rapping. We might start talking about aliens or whatever. So I like to get your guys' input, see what you guys want to yap about tonight. And if not, I've got plenty of crap I can yap at you guys about. Got so many stories I could tell. Eventually, we'll probably start hearing the same stories twice. Like, hey, I heard that story. You'll notice they don't change. They're all real. So if you're new to the channel, like Fish Visions, definitely go check out some of the old videos. I got some funny stories. So cool stuff. Anyways, cheers, salut, and happy hump day to you. That's my last beer. Like the new RC fishing hat. Gotta love support local. Uh-oh, I got a text about a mini split. So anyways, have the option for a day off tomorrow. Maybe Kauai. So yeah, you're down in the Fresno area, right? Have you tried Success? I heard Lake Success is like a really good lake down there. So if you're going to be hitting Kauai up, you should be really close to Success. And I would recommend Success over Kauai. But I'm not a big Southern Central Valley fisherman. When it comes down to going past Eastman, Hensley, and Pine Flat, I have very little experience. I have some, but not extensive experience. So you got a 9.8 pounder out of Old Ditch. Oh yeah, I know for sure that I got a buddy named Sal and a bunch of others who put a bunch of them out of ditches, monsters. Can you put a trolling motor on transom and use the pedal? Yeah, for what though? For a kayak? Or what are you asking, Jesus? So like one of the ways we used to fish is we actually used to get a blow-up raft and we put a 2x4 and tie it to the back part where like the raft is supposed to hold a transom, and we would put a clamp on trolling motor, and then we had a 12-volt battery and a milk crate. So can you put a trolling motor on transom and use the pedal on a ski boat? No, not in the back. It needs to be in the front. And then what you can do is you can put it and you can mount it even on a ski boat. They make them where you can still get them on a ski boat, and then run the wiring to like a remote foot pedal. So you can sit up in the front You can get longer shafts, all that good stuff. The idea is instead of standing up near the trolling motor, you'll have to have the wires from the trolling motor going to your foot pedal, and they'll be down in your seat there like a fishing ski. So you can do it for sure. That's what I would do if I was you. If you're gonna be thinking about Kauai, I would stay away from Kauai, from like Pine Flat, stuff like that. I would go up to Success if I was you. Either that or, I mean, Eastman, I don't know how close you are to Eastman. Eastman's a puddle. It's been nasty. But Eastman always usually kicks out some monsters this time of year. But that lake's been getting worse and worse and worse and worse ever since they opened it up in the early 2000s after they closed it down to spray for all of that weed crap that they got in there. Yeah, it's been brutal. No problem. Don't try putting it on the back, though. You won't be happy with the results. The trolling motor won't have enough power to move you and turn you. Put it up in the front, and you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Just make sure you get a big enough thrust. So for a ski boat, you're probably going to want 80 to 100-pound thrust, and you should be good. Hook it up 24-volt. Run the power back to your batteries, or either. I'll tell you what, when I had a ghetto boat, and at one point when my stuff started messing up real bad, I had the batteries up behind me on the deck with the wires ran straight to the trolling motor because everything had screwed all up in the back. So, and then they just sat in front of the console so that when I would take off and hit plane, they wouldn't slide or move around. Talk about a funny sight. Me and my first two boats, oh man, a flat bottom Glasstron was the first one, and then the second one was a Champion Bayliner. And the day at Clear Lake, I almost killed myself in the Champion Bayliner. And then at night, I almost smashed into a cliff with my Glasstron. So I had some adventures. And then a boat that I kind of had for about a month that I didn't really own, but I kind of almost owned it. Was gonna buy it, borrowed it, paid some weird stuff went down, but that boat was all bad. So I almost sunk it. Motor was never working right when they gave it to us. Crazy stuff. So this is technically now my fourth boat. So now I've got the nitro. Now I'm smashing. Now I can go 55 miles an hour. But my live well broke. So if it ain't one thing, it's another. I tell you what, when you have a boat every year, you're going to bust out $1,000, bust out another 1,000, BOAT. So you're going to spend $1,000 on that boat every year on like propeller, impeller changes, oil, whatever, lower end stuff, hub stuff, trailer stuff, or just, random crap, taking care of your boat. And then eventually stuff will go wrong. So. But I have a 90 horsepower. Mine goes 55. So you probably have a 50 or a 60 horsepower if you're getting 35. Let me guess, you have a 60 probably, right? And then a tracker is I don't know if it's more heavy or not, but the way that it's metal and aluminum, I don't know if it smashes quite as fast. The nitro fiberglass boat just smashes. And then I was at Clear Lake with 5 and 6 foot rollers, and I was able to take my nitro like 40 plus miles an hour across it, and wasn't too bad. I didn't hit too many. I didn't bottom out, and I didn't do anything crazy. My nose never porpoised. It was a pretty safe ride all in all, going about 35, 40, and in any other boat, I would have probably been going 5-10 miles an hour, praying to God to make it home, basically. So, and this is only a 17.5 footer. So, she's been a nice little boat. Got her for $6,000, 2007, and 90 horsepower, and she was like brand new when I bought her. It looked like she'd barely been driven, and it was old people that sold her to me and said they rarely took it out. So, basically got a brand new boat for $6,000. And the way it came, it was probably about a $20,000 boat. And its value when I bought it was probably about 12 grand. And I got it for 6. So I'm about the happiest camper that could be. You know, you get screwed so much in life, it feels good when finally, not you screw someone else, but when you get a good deal. Because I don't screw people, you know what I mean? But 6,500 is still a lot of money to me. So, but that's definitely the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know about with a 175. I think the speedometer says it goes 85. I've been in the 250 and the 275, and we can hit 70 to 80 in a 300. 275s, 250s, and to 300s if the boat is built right. I've seen them hit 70 to 80, but I've seen a 225 and a 250 that couldn't get over 55. The body just wasn't right. Just the gear inside the boat wasn't positioned correctly. It was heavy and all the people in it. So each boat is different, but 175 going 85 would be a red flag to me. Sounds like he's either trying to sell you on something or he don't know his boats. The speedometer probably says 85, but that don't mean that's as fast as it goes. 175, I'm betting you hit about 65 maybe, depending on the body. I'm no pro in boats either, so, but I mean, I've had 4 of them, so I have, and I've got buddies with boats, so I've seen them. You know, I've been in big ones, but they're all different. I've seen multiple 250s that all drove different. I've been in one with a buddy that was scary as hell. I didn't like it. We would go 75, 80. It was freaky going 80 miles an hour in a boat at that point. I realized I fly out, I might die, even with the life jacket on, right? So going 80 miles an hour in a boat is a whole lot different than going 50 or 55, 60. But I've only been in them, they go 70, 80. I've been in 1 or 2, and then the rest go 50, 60. And they were all 225 to 275s, like different ones, you know. But like I noticed, I've been in a few 250s, and they seem to ride night and day. One was a lot better than the other. It's the body of the boat, again, how fat the guys in the boat are, you know, what kind of gear do you have loaded up. That's all going to affect you. But right now with the, you know, if you got your tax return, if you had kids, you got a stimulus, there's going to be a lot of people buying boats. It's a good time. And I don't know how I feel about this, if it's going to correct itself. So if you have the money, now's the time for decisions, because everything is inflating right now. Everything is inflating. A 2x4 was $3. Now it's 9, 10, 12 bucks. A copper roll of a line set for me was 75 to 120. Now they're 250 bucks. A roll of Romex, it was, you know, 60 to 80 bucks, is now 200 bucks. It's asininely crazy, actually. So if you find a deal, you need to jump on it, because anything made in the next year, the next 2 years, I don't know if, like I said, if it corrects itself, but things made recently are very expensive. Materials have all gone through the roof. Prices have all shot up on everything. So if you find a good deal, get it. That'd be my recommendation, because your buying power is just going to decrease over time. So, for example, if you had 10 grand now, you could buy $10,000 worth of copper or 2x4s. And in a year or two, you're going to be able to buy a lot less. So whatever you're buying, your buying power is going to shrink if the inflation keeps it. And look at it. Tell me I'm not wrong. Even if you don't see it in certain aspects, think about what a burger at Burger King or pick a restaurant like, say, Carl's Jr. Right now, a double Western or a certain burger, chicken, whatever, something might be $12 for a meal. Well, just a year and a half ago, it was like $7 or $8, which is almost like 100% increase. Or look at wood, you know, 2x4 was $3, $4. Now it's $10, $12. So watch out. Get your stuff while you can, because something is coming. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not giving financial advice, but my opinion is things are not going to get better financially for a while. I think they're going to get worse economically, as far as numbers and inflation goes. So if money, your buying power is stronger now than I think it'll be in a year or two, if that makes sense. So if you're on the fence about buying something and you have the funds or ability to do it, probably isn't, do it if you can. Heck yeah. What's your so I was asking, I didn't get an answer. Did I hit it? Is your tracker a 60 horsepower or 90? What is it to only hit 35? I'm thinking you have a 50 or a 60. My buddy Jay bought the 90 horsepower tracker and paid almost 20 grand for it. So you got a steal, and his is a 2017 or 18. So you got a really good deal, vintage. You got a great deal. That's a deal right there. Did you buy it from a shop or like from a floor, or did you get it from a homeowner? Not homeowner, but like the owner? Did you get it on from direct buy, or did you have to go to a place to buy that? Oh shoot! All my baseball stuff is still out. We were talking baseball stuff. Look at this. These are little handouts that they would give at the games when you would go back in the days, and these from like the 50s. So I'm a big collector. I'm a nerd. I could go all day and dig stuff out back there and gleefully share it with you guys. Just excited because I love, collecting cool stuff like that. Squirrel, so. That's exactly how I got mine. I got mine from an older couple up kind of by Berryessa. Ah! They wanted a trout boat. They were like, bass fishing's fun, but they wanted like a trout and ski because the wife wanted in on the fun. You guys give me just 1 second. I've got to go outside real quick here. Oh, hey, now I'm throwing my pen. I'll be right back. All right. Now, real quick, well, I've got all of you guys here. I wanted to say something cool. I'm giving my used GoPro 8 right here, right? A little beat up. It's missing the screen, so you can't put it underwater, but he can send it in, whatever. I'm going to send this to a guy I don't even know. His name is Terrible at Fishing. So if you guys get a chance, go when you can. Hopefully not right now. Wait till the stream's over. Or just do it right now and come back. Go to Terrible at Fishing. Make sure you leave him a subscribe if you can. Drop a comment and tell him Common Sense Fishing sent you. Old dude almost died from COVID a while ago. He's suffered a lot of health complications, and he's been struggling mightily to get his little fishing channel up and off the ground. He reminds me a lot of my dad. So he's a cool dude. He's funny. You guys might enjoy talking with him. He does live streams too, and it's hilarious. So I really enjoy interacting with him sometimes. So you guys might too. Go check him out if you get a chance. Anyways, let's get back to you guys. I had a nasty crash in Glamis. Trying to jump the canal back, and I figured it was time to change hobbies. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's why, you know, the story of Ricky Bobby, or not Ricky Bobby, of Bobby Boucher and foosball, and how foosball is the devil, and Bobby Boucher's mother wouldn't let him play no foosball. Well, my mother would not let me ride no motorcycles, dirt bikes, quads, none of that crap. You gonna hurt yourself. It's the devil. Sam, don't you know that you got no protection, no seatbelt? She My mom, God rest her soul, I love her, but she wouldn't let me play football. One of the things, the truth was, is they were really poor. They couldn't afford to take me to games or even buy me the gear, the cleats, even a jock strap. That's how poor we were. When it came time, that was their excuse. Is that literally they couldn't sign me up for football because they could not afford anything. They literally, unless it was all given to me, they couldn't afford it. And I think a lot of it too is my mom just didn't want to see me get into a full contact sport like that and end up hurt or something. Because she said something to that effect later on in life. I was like, you woman. So I straight up got Bobby Boucher. And look at me, right? I mean, and if you know the stories and the stuff I've been through, I could have died 110,000 other ways. Not football, no foosball, right? So I did play college baseball. Had some fun doing that, but you know, sometimes, right, hobbies can be a little dangerous, and you kind of say, "Well, that might not be for me no more." Like I'm not a big fan of bungee jumping and jumping out of airplanes. Keep me on the ground with my burr, my fishing pole, and I'm happy. So, who's been watching since the beginning here? uh, Remembers me talking about joining the Bushwhackers Club, right? Any of you guys? We were referencing a joke about like the Mile High Club, and then talking about being out in the wilderness, hence the Bushwhackers Club. So it's a joke. But anyways, happy Hump Day, everybody. Wednesday night here at Common Sense Fishing. We've gone over everything from post spawn, from fishing like rocks and crags and big boulders and trees and stuff that'll hold the bait fish and the bass fry. Talked about some of the upcoming stuff. My truck's getting fixed in the shop, so you guys are going to see a lot more fishing videos as soon as I get that baby out. Tomorrow, I'm going fishing with Mason, this kid who's been battling cancer, and it's been a very tough battle for him for 5 years. And the battle has not been kind to him, let's say. And we're going to take him fishing tomorrow, and I'm super excited. So we've got that coming. I'm going to get to go fishing with Ryan Cook and his dad. So we're going to get to shoot the breeze. And all in all, I think we've got some cool stuff coming up for you guys. We're going to have members giveaways. And so don't forget to check that out. If you're one of our members, we have 2 giveaways a month. Basic members and up, or basic members, all qualify for a lure pack or a certain giveaway. And the other 2, or not the other 2, but the other 2 categories, the other higher memberships, they get a chance to either fish with me or win something custom, which is higher end stuff. So don't forget to check that stuff out. We're doing that every month for a while we can. I've heard some rumblings about YouTube not liking the giveaways, so don't know what's going on with that. Until they strike me or give me an issue with it, we're going to keep doing it, though. But that's just how we roll. Any tournaments coming up? I just fished a tournament against Nick the Informative Fisherman, Matt Frazier, Ryan Cook, Mark Nav, California Anglers, and 12 boats. And what we did is, I should have just did it one way in, but because I wanted to party all day and I wanted to barbecue and do all this stuff, we basically went out and we fished from 6 in the morning until noon. And then we had a weigh-in at noon, and we had burgers, tri-tip, chicken wings, and food and beer and drinks and festivities. Just had a great time. And then at 1 o'clock we hit the lake again, and we all fished hard again against each other. And then we weighed back in at like 5 o'clock, at which time we did the plaques, we gave away the awards, and we had the ribs, and everybody had a great time. And I let Nick, the informative fisherman, Matt Frazier, and Jason and Josh Buffalo, I let them have the lake to themselves for the entire rest of the night because it was a members day and I shut the entire lake down. And that's all on video, and that is coming out for members. It's already out. So members, you can go watch that video now. And for non-members, you guys will have access to it Friday morning. So pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, we'll see you Friday. Vintage Tracker, I'll definitely be back on. You know how it rolls. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we chill. We have a good time. We talk about all kinds of different subjects. So, and then sometimes I'll let you guys know right now, I'm not trying to push YouTube. I'm not trying to get myself any trouble. Okay, so how do you go fishing with me? Just reach out. I go fishing with anybody and everybody pretty much. If you're in the Central Valley area, you can get a hold of me on Facebook, reach out through YouTube. I take people fishing. Right now I'm not a guide, so I don't do it like that. I'll do it friendly sometimes, or because I do get real busy. But right now I'm doing a toy drive to help kids for Christmas. So people donate toys or money, and I take them on fishing trips. And at the end of the year, I take all that money and toys and I help families for Christmas. And this last year, I took care of Christmas for over 200 kids. It's all on video. You can go watch that if you'd like. Go check it out. In my previous content. So, and it'll be right around Christmas time, obviously. So we do a lot of cool stuff here at Common Sense Fishing. Charity, giveaways. I take kids fishing, take special needs people fishing. I try to throw some events when I can. I'm in a lot of tournaments every once in a while. I've got a ton of trophies I've won. I haven't won any this year. It's been a kind of weird year for me with tournaments. I came pretty close to winning quite a few of them, but horseshoes and hand grenades, right? So, but it's going to be a great year. I think it's going to be an awesome year ahead, and we've got a lot of cool stuff for you guys. So nothing but some awesome growth, hopefully. I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm going to be bringing you guys more content. We're going to be fishing tournaments. We're going to be fishing different rivers, lakes, ponds, all that good stuff, and then trying to share with you guys. Then on the same time, we're going to be hanging out like this where we just chill, where we talk about all kinds of stuff, and we can go over sports, Street Fighter, toys, video games. You guys want to go over news and opinion. You want to talk about the world burning. You guys want to talk about crazy hot button subjects. I'm not shy. I'll go over them all. So that's how we roll. Anyways, tangent over. All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll like to participate in something like that. Yeah, Jesus, my name, we still got 8 of you guys on. So if you're watching, please smash that like button. Really helps. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Now, we're going to be, like I said, doing this huge toy drive, right? So if you guys want, you donate some toys. I'll take you fishing Kelsey Bass Ranch, McClure, Pedro, all that stuff. So don't forget to check it out and go watch my previous videos if you guys would like to see how it's went. And I actually record every fishing trip. So last year before Christmas, when I was taking people on fishing trips, they would donate toys and money, and I would take them fishing and I would record it all. And I have almost all of them recorded, like 20 or 30 episodes. And guys would give me a couple $100 or sometimes 100 or 60, 70. At the end, I made it a minimum of 100. And guys would donate toys and all kinds of stuff. And by the end of the year, we took care of Christmas, like I said, for over 200 people. So it was wicked. So don't forget to check that out. Woo! I'm about to sneeze right now. Sorry, folks. Don't you guys hate when that happened? like you're gonna sneeze, but then you don't. It goes away, or you're like waiting. I think I'm good. All right, cool. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys get a chance, also don't forget, go check out Terrible at Fishing. Leave a comment, a like, subscribe. Let him know I sent you. He's an old dude that could just really use the cheer, and he reminds me a lot of my dad. So if you guys wouldn't mind, that'd be great. So excuse me, we're still chilling. We got about a half an hour to go. You know, here on Common Sense Fishing, we try to go from 6 until 9, give you guys a nice long live stream, personal time with us. So look at the light. It helps sneeze, right? Right, exactly. Something. I think I rubbed my nose the wrong or right way and it killed it. These dang allergies, man, right? I don't know if I'm the only one or if you guys get it too. I got dry, like dandruff right now from like the weather, the allergies, the hay, the grass. Oh, it's miserable. I'm from Monterey, so I'm from the ocean. Beautiful, clean, fresh air. That's where I lived and was raised for like my first 8 years. And then I came to the Central Valley and I didn't even notice anything until I was like 26, 27. All of a sudden, the nose, the sinuses, it's just like miserable. So, you Central Valley folks know what's up, or certain people in other parts of the country and world. Some of us have worse allergies than others, but also certain areas have cleaner air. So that was one thing that I definitely liked about other parts of the country is when the air was nice and crisp and clean and not all like just polleny and just you can almost taste the air here sometimes, or the smoke with all these wildfires. It's like constantly being hotboxed with Cheech and Chong, but you're not getting high. So what the fuck? Why do I want to be coughing and hacking all day and breathing all this smoke and I'm not even catching a buzz? What the hell? It's like drinking O'Doul's, right? You're drinking all this beer and not even getting a buzz. Anyways, that's California for you. God, I love it. You say you're from California, everybody thinks you're from San Francisco or LA or Sacramento. It's like there's a whole mess of us here in the Central Valley that are like normal American folks, I guess you'd say. We're not really like elite Bay Area folks or Southern California, you know. And I ain't saying they're bad or good either. There's good people in all walks of life, so that'd be for sure. No judging the book by its cover. That's 100% honest. Biggest mistake you can do in life, you know. Some of your best friends, best business opportunities, the best opportunities in life could be doors that never open because you refuse to like see them as doors, or because you opened your big mouth and the door got shut before you even got to it, you know, because they're like, well, we don't want that guy in this room. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, you know how we do it here. We're just rolling. At this point, I'm just hanging out with you guys. I could get off a little early, but I'm having a great time. I'm out of beer. Casper's chilling right over there, but this is not going to go members only. That don't mean I still can't say hi to him real quick. But anything you guys want to talk about or discuss or go over before I jump off for the end of the live stream here at 9 o'clock? We've got about 23 minutes. Any suggestions? Anybody want to see a fat white guy rap? I can do that. I'm pretty good at it, actually. He said, yeah, and then the other 4 people are going to jump off and say, no. Most of the guys here have already heard me. But you guys want to hear a freestyle, a fishing freestyle or something like that, or go over something, you know, talk about something, right? Make some kind of subject up. It helps when I have a subject too. If you guys toss me like an idea, you say rap about this or talk about that, then I can just go off because, you know. So let's see here. Check this out. Here we go. You guys can still see me, but I cannot see you. So, excuse me. All right, we still got everybody with me. Let's see a raise of hands before I go down the rabbit hole. We got 23 minutes left in the house. Do you guys want to see Common Sense bust a fishing flow or go off? Let me know in the comments section. We've got Jesus Garcia saying yes, shoot it. Do we have anybody else saying let's do it? Let me know what you think. That way I don't piss you off. Some of you guys may be listening to this right now and not watching it. So leave a comment. If not, I'm going to assume I'm going to take your silence for acceptance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Here we go. We got 23 minutes and I'm going to try to crush it. Please believe me, if I get on a groove, you're going to love it. Show me the buttons and I'm going to have to touch them. Let's see here. I've got to find a beat worth rapping to first. I'm real picky on my beats and my tracks. We got about 22 minutes left. Common Sense is gonna take some shit up off the shelf, up out of the mind. Rewind, play it back and listen. About to drop sick from the mind, like I'm about to die flatline. Ghost coming at you through the sheets. Better believe what's next. Believe we don't play no games in the streets. We taking it to the river. We deliver the sick like liver. Now call me Mr. Premeditated and common sense when I get you, cause I'm gonna split you like a swisher. Hitting them right down the middle and I deliver. No reason to play you like a fiddle. I'ma tell them the reason. The season for the sickness. It's time to season up the meat while I deliver. Hit them with the hit list. Miss this never, cause you know I'm on spot. I'm on point. Premeditated, common sense fishing. You can catch me chilling in the alley smoking on a what? Not a joint. What's the point? I'm hitting them. They never know what's coming up. What's next? So the suspects running up. I'm hitting them up with the microphone, telling them I'm never selling them downstream. I'm keeping it real, hard like steel. We'll deal with the cards that I'm giving, reeling, illin'. That's just how I'm chilling, sipping up on my 40. Tip to the lip, and sipped and dipped and rolled about the cuts. Yeah, common sense fishing, and I'm hitting it up. Anytime, anywhere, any stare. Is it truth or dare? Better beware. I'm reaching into the depths of my mind and I'm whatever I'm feeling. Yeah, sometimes I'm getting the feeling that it's about to be chilling because I'm appealing to the demon inside and I'm ripping them out and I'm telling them it's time to expel them. Cause you know what I'm saying, don't want to be growing up to be no felon. But now I'm 40 and whatever's telling, ain't no wolf tickets is what I'm selling. It's only realists. Now tell me like a big fat blunt, we love to feel it like Phyllis. Always bitching about this and that, it's a witch it floats. Hit it up like this because you know common sense. Yes, I smokes. I'm on the ropes, doing what I gotta, but I hit back like a lead. Sting like a butterfly? Hell no, I sting like a bee. Better believe me, it ain't easy. Shift with the breeze, pull tricks out my sleeve. I ain't no beezy. Hit the little wheezy. All right, we're gonna flow with you guys. I can't even see your comments, but I'm gonna just keep on bombing. We only got a couple of minutes left, so I'm gonna just speak what I feel. That ain't the beat that I'm feeling. Come on now. Finding a beat that just grabs you and makes you want to move or speak. Sometimes it's hard because these are YouTube beats, and they ain't that sweet. I got fast forward. Goodness, what's all this lame stuff now? All right, come on now. These beats are whack. These are YouTube beats, folks, so I don't want to get like hated on, right? Like copyright. Here we go. Maybe this one I could do. Maybe this one I could spit. Freestyle, never written. I'm a xenomorph because acid's what I'm dripping. When you're ripping through my tissue, you don't find blood. You find acid, that's what's up. Crazy things in these veins, these brains, me thinking of some weird things. I'm going down trips, down memory lanes, and it seems like I'm in outer space, Space Jam, cause I am Sam, green eggs and ham, the man to try to take a plan and then tear it apart and wing it. Better believe it, now leave it alone. No need to beat him with the bone, cause the dead horse is gone. I'm on another level when I roam, because you know they try to say you can't stop this and you can't. But I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm never slowing. I leave them frozen like I'm Mr. Freeze. You better believe. Now I shift with the breeze. Smoking on the trees. Only the best. Put it in my chest. Assess. Now what's next? Pass any tests that you can ever see. Better believe me. It's so easy. But don't speak on it. Keep it humble. Want to try to trip. Sometimes I hear the belly rumble. That means it must have had a little bit too much partake. I smell some cake. Life be great. Sometimes you can't hate. Player haters be doing whatever they doing, but they too late. I'm past the finish line. Now this time, reach back and in my mind, I'm speaking the realest. Now tell me, can you feel this? It's just the way that we roll. Common sense fishing on a roll. It's federal. Do it every day because you know we love to blow. And I'm on another mission, never tripping, cause you know I'm sipping on my 40 gripping tight while I roll down this avenue called life. Bumpy roads and all, man, no ups and downs. Some people try to clown. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. Yeah, finally got a grin on my face. Yeah, them haters, I tell you how you like to taste. Straight lace with strychnine, sick minds. This is how I roll. Freestyle flow from the dome. You better believe, man. Yeah, until I'm gone, I'm on another level. Yeah, that's just the way that I do it. Kick it and I pursue my revenues. Premeditated, common sense fishing. Either way, it's just what we doing. How many people did I lose? I don't know, but I'ma keep it real. Just do with me. Tell me, can you feel? All right, folks, we got a little bit more time. I'll give some more fun to you guys. Let's try something different. Let's go to another one. Got any more fun ones? All right. For some reason, this beat be feeling like another season, reminding me of another time when I was enclosed, encapsulated in my mind, couldn't figure out how to survive, living on a couch, sleeping under a bridge. I wouldn't realize it, but only a few years later, I'd lose my kid. Life's a bitch, but then I gotta keep my head up and feel like, man, I'm rich because I ain't dead or in the cell. Better believe I've been through hell. Now can't you tell? Life's pretty swell. I got 4 kids in a house and a boat, but it wasn't no joke. I could have been smoked. Sometimes I look back and think, man, you was a dope. How did you ever get through the times that you've been through? I don't know. So I'm reaching out to all the folks to tell them, man, let me let you know that life's a bitch, but you gotta just keep on going, never slowing. And when it seems like it's cold, it's just snowing. Put on your cape, get out your skis and take a ride. Sometimes you just gotta learn to see the better side. Let's see here. Oh, don't give me hyphy. I could probably just rap to anything, but if I want to keep it cool, I want to find some beats that just like get me feeling, if you know what I'm saying. Right now, I can't see your guys' comments. I don't know how many people still watching. I don't even know what you're saying. But right now, I'm just gonna keep on going because I'm in the mood and I just feel like flowing. I'm letting them all know when it's like Bartleby and Huckabee on the trail. I feel like a snail, so slow, man. I'm about to get lost in hell. Now can't you tell? Somebody pour salt on this snail. Man, I need to get out the way. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting run over by all the big forces, but I gotta chill. What they say, hold your horses and just chill. Reach back in my mind and realize anxiety ain't gonna make it die. Gotta hit the streets, gotta do what you gotta do, gotta keep it upbeat for the people that know what I'm speaking. Anxiety's a bitch, but you never gotta let it stop you from what? I done lost it, but this one's funky. I like it, but I don't know. I was on a different type of subject. So let's see. Let's pull it to it. Let's go with the I was young and dumb, and that one time I used to kick back and try to rhyme, sitting on the edge of the curb with the bag full of herb and the 40 telling everybody what's the word. I thought it was cool, thought I was the man. Used to have a plan to try to take it grand, turn it into 100, but man, life came out of right field and it told me what's real. Got hit with the steel, hard to the side of the dome. Basically, reality put me in check, told me where I was at and what's on. Had to get myself on another level gone. Took myself to school and got an education. Speaking my mind, cause you know I'm facing a nation of everybody hating. It seems like sometimes, but I ain't hating for Nathan. I'ma keep going, never slowing. I don't know why, but I like the beat, but I just can't keep it. These are YouTube beats, so it's hard to get all fired up. We got about 10 minutes left. We're going to keep rolling for a little bit and then leave you guys at 9 or so and see you guys back on Friday. I think this one might be cool. Here we go. I've been there. I done it. I seen it. Now please believe it. Leave it alone. You don't want to live that life, struggle and strife, living on the edge of a knife, never knowing if you're gonna lose your life. Please believe. I've been sleeping with fleas, cause I've been sleeping with dogs, and now you know what I mean. And I was stressing and struggling, losing my mind, living in the ghetto, struggling, just trying to stay alive. I had to use my mind to kick it, grab my ticket and punch it, and get about the hood, because you know it was no good. It was understood that any moment you could lose your life. So I had to get a job. I had to get alive. Too many times I remember hearing the 9 pop off at night or seeing homies getting into fights. I always had to be the dude to keep it cool and break them up. I had to chin check a full fuse. Believe it, what's up? A little dyslexic slip. You know what I meant, from the lip, from the tip. When I'm speaking my mind, I'm so high I could barely keep it real, cause I'm going on a path that's hard to deal with the situations given to me at any moment. Critical thinking to try to avoid sinking in the landmines that life's throwing all up in my path. I gotta use my brain to try to do the math. They wanna saw my ass in half and take me down, but I ain't going under, man. I ain't no clown. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I don't think I'm high enough yet. So I love the flow, and I can really get on if I have a beat that just grabs me by the emotional heartstrings, and I just start rolling, and I'm really speaking from my mind, and I'm not spitting up regurgitated bullcrap. You know what I'm speaking? I just got to get on it. So, and plus, I gotta get a little bit. I gotta chill with Casper real quick over here. We got 8 minutes. If you guys want to roll it out with me, we're probably just gonna keep busting. You're gonna get to hear the flowing fisherman having a good time. So fark it. That's just how we're gonna do it, right? So hold on. And I've got some badass written songs, but I can't remember them. But I've got a couple of them that I could play for you. But give me just a minute. All right. Here we go. We'll do this one. There's one truth in life, and that's at any moment you could lose it, and that life ain't easy. Please believe me, seaweed move through the waves like seaweed. Seaweed be smoking on the weed too much that our brain be losing clutch. But sometimes I gotta take a sober moment to bust them up and show them really how the IQ could be. 151 don't wanna try to with me, please believe. Yeah, I gotta try to shift with the breeze. Yeah, cause you know that's just the way that I be. Premeditated, common sense, fish, and finally made it on the other side, and I'm trying to live greater, but I gotta keep it humble, tumble like some rocks on top of your head if you really wanna rumble. But I'm trying to keep it humble, like I said. I'm all about the bread. I'm dropping these words from the top of my head. Now you know what I'm meaning. Please believe I'm gleaning the situation from the top of my dome, and I'm leaving them all alone. Cause you know what I'm saying. Premeditated or common sense fishing's trying to head to the top. And it's lonely up there when you all alone. I'm staring down, don't wanna fall, but you know what I gotta do. I gotta try to ball. Got my back against the wall and I'm giving it my all. 110%, better believe it's heaven sent. But half the time I'm bent. But I gotta try to keep my mind straight focused. You know we smoke shit like hocus pocus. Believe we roast the West Coast. It's the only way that we do it. Pursuing up revenues like I'm spitting this music. Because I got the gift of gab and I gotta do it. Yeah, because you know I'm never losing. And I'm winning every chance that I get. Rustic spit 9, you better believe it. Off the top of the noggin, and I ain't stopping. I'm doing what I'm doing like I'm coming from Compton. But I'm really from Merced, but you can call it the Central Valley. But I grew up in Monterey, slapping like Sally. What you gotta say? You know what we say? We don't play. We work hard and we play harder. Come off like Sergeant Slaughter, a marauder. You know what I do? Take them under. I'm trying to raise my sons and daughters to be survivors, winners, not sinners and losers, not broken and bruisers, but the people to rise up to the top and be the shiners, the winners, not the whiners. Every time, you know what I talk about? I love my 49ers. And I speak words that only the truth to me. I don't lie because I do what I believe. Better believe in my soul is just a burning flame. And I speak my mind because it's the only way. And I reach into my brain and I just keep on going. And these fucking words, man, they never stop and they never slow. And they just keep on going like an avalanche. And I can't stop saying what I'm feeling. So you know what I'm speaking, and I'm appealing to anybody dealing with the same situations in life, because it ain't easy. Please believe me, we all feeling the same thing. Jeezy, we all want to be smoking the Wheezy, rich off the Heezy, not trying to deal with these bills, but you know what I'm saying. Life's ill and sometimes it ain't fair. Stare, look me in the eyes and tell me I'm lying. I'm telling the truth. Ruthless like the babe when I step to the plate and try to hit it to all home runs and send them to their grave. Lyrically, I ain't trying to bust a bitch, but what kind of music is this? It's sounding hella weird. That's all cool. I'ma just keep doing me because I ain't no fool. And I'ma tell all the good kids, you should probably stay in school. You should probably do good and not try to do what them other fools do. And when they're passing you the blunt and the beer, tell them, nah, you're cool. Try to keep your head up and do what you got to do and pursue the higher goal, because you don't want to be in the lower hole, if you know what I'm saying. Because I grabbed myself and had to claw out the pit that I was in. I was just too weird again. We got a little bit longer. We'll drop a couple more. Check in on you guys. And be out for the night. Sometimes all we need is some sunshine, barbecues, light rhymes, not all this doom and gloom. Get out the room and head to the fishing lake, man. Take your family, your kids, and get out and eat some ribs. Tri-tip on the barbecue shit. Hit the homies up, grab a 12-pack, head to the lake. Man, live great. No need to be stuck inside with this plandemic. Man, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'ma keep it real. Now, could it get any worse if anybody ran up with the full clip? Could it? Believe it, I don't think so. We all stuck at home being like, damn, stuck with masks, can't even take a piss. All the local bathrooms closed and shit. Try to head out in public like, what's this? Life is crazy. And it's amazing that I'm still here grinding gears. I'm trying to raise my kids through all the tears that I've done shed. Better believe I want them to do better. I try to show them that sunny weather because I know that the waters can get choppy. Please believe if I'm doing wrong, then stop me. I just want to keep on going. Let you know that I'm speaking from the soul and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You better believe premeditated and common sense fishing ain't no fool. I'm a veteran dude in the game. 40 years, man. And tell me who to blame. I ain't trying to blame nobody but myself when I screw up. That's why I take my skills off the shelf and dust them off occasionally so I can bust. Show you that it's ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and I never show love to them haters when I pick up the microphone and try to show them who's greater. Go ahead and sit down and cry if you want to try when I gotta take flight. Pick up and get to lighting on these fools like an AK-47. Heaven sent, man, you know where I'm sending them. Better believe it's like a fully loaded jacket. Ain't no stopping. I'm rocking from the top and I'm dropping hot lava rocks on top of your noggin. If you talking shit, yeah, you better believe it's just the way that we roll. I'm a veteran, G, and I've been smoking like I've been coming from Oakland. But you know I'm getting in my boat and I'm rolling right up the stream of life, and I'm living it the way that I'm living it, because I ain't giving it two shits. That's just me. I'm happy as can be. And when I say I don't give two shits, I mean about the bad. But yeah, I'm trying to be glad and I care about you and everybody else. So better believe, man, take it and dust it off the shelf. There we go. Anyways, that's it, folks. Thanks for kicking it with Common Sense Fishing live stream. Rapple dapple do, having a good time. Yappa dappa dee. So blah blah dabba do. We'll see you guys on Friday. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.